Hey everybody, welcome back to another
Hi.
episode of No But Listen podcast with Cherie and Courtney,
Hi.
where we should have kept these conversations in the voice notes, but we're going to talk about it with you guys tonight. We're going to get right into Real Housewives of Atlanta. Courtney, you said you had some tea to tell me on Atlanta, so what's
Yes.
going on? What's going on?
So I'm scrolling. It's kind of like it's not that great, but I'm scrolling TikTok where I get all my
Okay.
news. And I saw Kim's house that's for sale.
Kim
Girl, did
Zolciak?
you know that? Yeah.
Okay.
Did you know that house was 15,000 square feet?
I mean, I'm not surprised. That house, I just recently did a rewatch once their marriage started tanking. I did a rewatch of her spin-off show, Don't Be
Oh,
Tardy
don't
for
be
the Wedding,
tardy.
where she decided
How
to turn on her parents.
how Don't Be Tardy got like 20 seasons, I'll never understand.
So many seasons. And honestly,
So
it's
boring.
really good research because the writing has been on the wall for Kim and these issues that she's got with the gambling and stuff. I mean,
Oh
it
yeah.
was and one of the scenes they go to a gas station because they're on a family trip and
Mhm.
she buys like a stack this thick of scratchers and you could just see her like itching to get it was insane. And then yeah, it
Like
was
gambling
crazy.
addiction is real. It is real. I know a few
Um,
gambling addicts. But yeah,
no.
her this guy was going on a tour of it and the house is still immaculate. Like one thing
Wait,
about
did you
Kim,
see that she's also accusing Croy of like having sex so loudly that their kids can hear? I just saw this on TMZ like yesterday. She's alleging because he has full custody of the kids right now. She got full
yeah.
custody removed from her. And so she's alleging that her kids have told her that he's physically abusing them. He threw one of the boys over the couch or something like that, according allegedly,
They're
and
some big
that
boys.
yeah, and that he is having sex so loud that the kids can hear. Um, so I don't really know what to do with that because he's like a mega Christian now. So I was just like, how are we doing all
Crazy.
that?
I wonder where they're living. I
I
can't
don't
wait to
know.
catch back up with Ariana. I love her.
I know. Next Gen NYC is it's coming up next. It's probably gonna be coming on after Summer House goes off.
Yeah, I think it's like at the end of June. So I'm like,
Okay. Well,
I'm
let's get right
excited.
into Atlanta. I guess that's why we're here,
Yes.
right?
Let's get
So
into our
it
Georgia
seems like,
peaches.
Kelli and the Porsha saga continues. Kelli's piping up, play with somebody else, trying to act like
Oh my
she's
God,
about
we're
that
at Phaedra.
action.
Why does Phaedra's house feel like that happened 4 weeks ago?
I don't know,
How
but
are
you
we
know what?
still there?
Can I also say Phaedra's house is immaculate. Like
Gorgeous. She's a
she
real Georgia peach.
She is, and that is one thing I love about Phaedra is like just she's gonna host you. She's the hostess with the mostest. But do you think Kelli is do you think Kelli's trying to stand up for herself with Porsha, or do you think she's mad that Porsha is saying the quiet part out loud?
She's mad Portia saying the quiet part out loud. You know I hate Kelly.
Yeah, because it's just and what is with the women of Atlanta and the damn Nigerians? Like what do they not date from any other country in Africa?
It's probably like in Houston, there just might be so many Nigerians that that's just kind of what it is. And you know,
There's a lot of
Nigerians
Somalians in
love to
LA.
trick
You
on
don't
their
hear
women.
about us black girls going crazy over the Somalians. Not that we
I think
wouldn't
it's
or
a little
something, but
different. I think it's a little different though, because like the way the Nigerians are in Houston, they seem to be like everywhere. Where I feel like in LA, they kind of stick to each other. You know what I mean?
yeah, maybe, maybe.
And
I didn't.
Nigerians are they're a very flexy kind of people. So they want to be everywhere throwing money, talking about how much money they got.
Yeah, I mean, they do have a. I mean, at least in Atlanta, they must have a bag of Portia, Kenya,
Yeah, because you
Phaedra,
know Nigerians are
Kelly.
scammers. They're scammers. So they have money. That's what they say.
Okay,
That's what they
so
say. I didn't make that up.
well, I mean, listen, 90 Day Fiance, that's the number one thing they say on that show every time there's a Nigeria. And not for nothing, I've seen Nigerian scammers on 90 Day Fiance.
It came from somewhere.
So, anyways, Drew can't figure out why Kay keeps coming for her. Kay still feels like people are plotting around her, but these episodes are not showing that anybody is actually scheming behind her back. And I do not understand the Drew angle when it comes to Kay. I do not
She's
understand what it
nuts.
is.
They had to have like slept with the same man, whether it's black or not. Because when Kay first came on, Drew had this weird beef. It's just weird. And I don't want to subscribe. I want to hit unsubscribe because it makes no sense. It's
Well, my thing
weird.
is like either come out with what's going on for real, K Michelle. Like, come out with this person told me you said this on this date, or leave us all alone with this because it's really giving bully at this point. And if you have a just cause of why you're doing this, then please let us know because I'm over it. And you look
She looks
crazy.
nuts. Even when she was on Watch What Happens Live, Andy was like, well, you kind of told us about your stank puss. And she's like, no, 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 Andy, I was just getting ahead of it. He's like, sure, Jan.
You should have gotten ahead of it before you got on the show, then, because these things have been in the blogs for years. It's just nobody seems to
Years.
give a shit, but her.
She's so paranoid. I can't even be bothered with her anymore. When she comes on, I'm just like, okay, what's she gonna fucking whine about now?
Kelli was missing side teeth, so her new boyfriend George Glass.
Oh,
I
that's what
mean,
her problem was?
yeah, that bitch was missing side teeth. I clocked that her first season.
Huh, I think I'm just so thrown off with the titties. I can't see anything
They are
else. And the lips.
distracting. They're distracting, but
And her lips are
I
like,
And yeah, and she's real cute and demure when she talks, but she was missing some side teeth. So her new boyfriend George Glass, because that's a Brady Bunch reference for younger people. It's when the episode when Jan had a boyfriend named George Glass and he didn't exist, and I don't know what's
wait, I
up with
remember this now.
right? I don't know why these housewives keep getting these storylines where it's like, "Oh, my boyfriend, he didn't sign up for this. He doesn't want to be on this show." Then get a new boyfriend because you're
No,
on a reality show.
do you know what bugs me? So there's this girl. I have like a love hate relationship with her. I think I found her on YouTube. I was going down a worm hole of strippers. So she would give us like
Fun.
her getting ready or on ready or whatever. So I would
Wait,
follow and then I started.
side note, it's not after 8 o'clock yet, but I feel like I can go there. Have you ever been on 304 Talk?
Oh yes.
That's another episode for another day.
I'm obsessed. It's so
Me
fascinating to
too.
me. So anyways, I started following this
Get
girl
your
on
money.
I started following her on Instagram. So I've been following her for a cool 5, 7 years now. I know everything about her son. I know his name. I know his birthday. I know what sports he plays. I know what he likes to do. I've seen their
Are
text
parasocial
messages.
relationships not insane for like that
No,
reason?
but the point I'm making is how do I know all of this about her son when all I do is watch your stories, okay? But I know nothing about your man because you're not showing your man. But I know everything about your minor child. I've watched her son grow up. I know what school I can know what school he goes to because I see his little crest. But
And
I
to
don't even
your
know what her
point,
man looks like.
that's exactly what Kelly's trying to do here.
Exactly.
I want to
That
film
is
my kids.
weird.
And then for her to be like, oh, they're like, are we not good enough to be on TV? No, the fuck, they did not say that,
I said
Kelly.
10 for 100 things that never happened.
And
They
now
never
this is
said
why I
that.
don't like you because you just do the absolutely most for no fucking reason. Like, I understand that you're upset that you cannot film with your kids. I totally get that. And I don't think it's about her not being able to film with the kids so much that she's pissed off that this man is controlling her life in this way, even though they're divorced, which I totally get. However,
Yeah.
comma, what else is going on? Like you have a boyfriend. He just dropped 70K on your teeth. On
Make
your
him pay
teeth.
some bills. Pay some bills.
Nana's is doing terribly. You said it yourself.
Do you know why don't you get him to buy your daughter a nice car? And I don't mean like a
Or a new
Mercedes or
dye
a
job.
BMW. Don't even get me started with that hair. It's giving Jackie Aina. There, I said it. I hate that hair. I hate her. Don't even get me. I'm not even gonna get started on Jackie Ina because I hate that bitch. I hate
You
her.
already know. You already know. Anyway,
She's such an asshole, and I will tell it to her face. You're an asshole. You do not support black women. Maybe the African ones. You do not support black Americans, and I'm gonna leave it at that.
I've
I
ended up
hate
on the
her.
side of TikTok where people are commenting all the different reasons that she's blocked them. And I have to say, in one vein, I kind of stand. It's honestly kind of hilarious. But in another, it's just like I do not understand these influencers that have become mega celebrities. And I would put Jackie
She's
Ina
not
in
a
that.
celebrity.
She is a mega celebrity. I mean, she is almost a household name in the beauty world. You have to give her that. She is. She's up there. But what I don't
She's up there, but I
understand,
wouldn't call her a celebrity.
well,
And
I
that's
just
not
mean
even
in
because I
her,
hate
I'm
her.
not saying like she's Beyonce, Courtney, but I'm saying like in her world, she's
Yes,
what I would call
in
a
her
subject
world,
matter
she is
expert.
upper echelon. In her
Right.
world,
So
yes,
yeah, I'm not saying she's a
she's very
superstar.
accomplished.
Yes,
I just
my
hate her.
my bigger point here is this. I do not understand these people that get famous from people liking you online and
And
then
knowing
spit
what
in
you
their
do, what
faces.
products you use, and then get mad. She once told someone, I'm not telling you what perfume I mix because I don't want you smelling like me. You
Someone
will
just
never see Jane from Wisconsin. I promise.
Someone said that they asked her, like they told her her body looks amazing and asked her if she could drop like a little workout routine. And she said, I'm not a personal trainer, and then blocked them.
I blocked her because she asked someone asked her where did you get these shelves from, and she's like she wouldn't say, but she was responding to every single comment, and I said it's called the Silverado floating bookshelves from CB2, and then I blocked that bitch because
It's just so crazy that she's in a girl's space professionally and she's the complete opposite of a girl's girl.
she's an asshole,
Does she
and
have
this is coming
friends?
from an asshole. I It takes one to know one.
Enough about her before her fucking stands end up in my comments and I have
Girl,
to
my
spend
blood pressure is raised, so I need to
like
stop.
whew. Anyway, so Shamea's scene with her family, Shamea talks to her mom about the fact that she doesn't think this group has real friendships. And to that point, she's right. I mean, Atlanta it's interesting to watch, but it's contrived at this point because someone said it on threads and it's kind of gained legs that Housewives was fun before these women knew that they were filming a show. And, back in
It's
the
the
day when they just
internet.
picked up the
The
cameras and followed
internet ruined it.
Nene around to Kim's house to drink wine in the middle of the day and gossip. Now we're doing glam. We're showing up in Lamborghinis, which is fine. We love that. But it's like it's them showing up and being like, and scene. And it's just fight, 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 fight. And these fights
Well, you
are
know what
about
happened? What
nothing.
really happened? It was the internet, and it was Bravo casting random women that were just good for TV.
And
When you
fans of the
stopped going,
show. And fans of the
yeah,
show.
when you stopped going outside of friend groups, then of course they're gonna have to put on because I don't know this woman,
Which is why Rhode Island is so good.
which is why Salt Lake City was good because even if they weren't all best friends, they
Jersey
knew each other.
initially.
Jersey, they run deep.
Even
Beverly Hills, when it
Orange
first
County.
started,
I mean, that was
yeah,
initially, Vicky's group of friends.
they were all really good friends. Lori was her employee. Her and Gina were neighbors. They've been friends for like 15 years. Like they had very enmeshed lives. Joe was the odd one out, but I think because she was so young, she just fit right in with them because she was like, I need friends, and you guys are like, warm moms. So she just, it just worked with Joe. But yeah,
Yeah,
they,
no,
they
I
need to go
agree.
back to casting friends,
Yeah.
not people,
Yeah.
friends.
And I mean, that would have worked in Shamea's favor had she not fallen out with Porsha by like episode 4 of last season. But I mean,
But
her
this is the problem.
surrogacy
Shamea wants to be Porsha, and Porsha wants to be Shamea.
in a
That's the
nutshell.
issue.
In a nutshell. Yeah, in a
And I'm
nutshell.
sick of it.
Her surrogacy conversation comes up again, and one, I'm tired of hearing about this because at the end of the day, Gerald is 64 years old. I recently found that out. I did not know that man was that old. And the
He's an
fact
old
of the
man.
matter is, if they have another child, Shamea will be a single mother of that child at some point. They already have a medically, I'm serious. They already have a medically delicate
No,
child.
that's why it's funny.
Right? And he is giving that like there's going to be harsh consequences if they don't have this boy. And I think how he's going to play it off initially is let me go back to Ghana. Is that where he's from?
No idea.
I think what
It's
he's going
not
to
Nigeria because he has a real job.
Well, I think he's going to say, let me go back to Ghana and impregnate somebody over there to get my boy. And I only say that because I heard this on 90 Day Fiance once with Michael and Angela. Michael or Angelo's ass was too old to
Oh
get
my
pregnant.
God. Michael,
By the way, can
give
I
me
just
give
say,
me your
no,
egg.
no, but listen. Oh, yeah, you give me your egg, Starla, and I'll tote it. She just kept saying she was going to tote a
Starla, that's her
baby.
name. Give me your egg.
Um, no, but listen. Can I just say Michael, come get your baddie chain. The way my guy played the long game with Angela's bitch ass, he is in Atlanta, last I heard. He is in Atlanta living his best life. He divorced her once he got out here and is living his best life with probably some big booty hoes in that, well, big booty women in Atlanta. And I said, scammers gonna scam, but that was one that needed to be scammed. Come get your baddie chain, Michael.
Michael was like when I watched Nemesis. Why is the cop making me root for the bad man? Angela, why are you making me root for Michael?
But anyways, 90 Day is another that's another episode too. But
That's a
anyways,
whole
my point with
universe.
Shamea and Gerald is I want this boy situation to go away. Like I don't know how many times like and to her point, she's scared. I mean, the last experience with the surrogate wasn't great, right? They had some complications. And so I don't know. Gerald needs to give this up, or they need to figure out what life is like if they don't have a boy and leave us out of it. Leave us out of
I'm
it.
so I'm so sick of the babies and the surrogacy. No
And we
interest.
haven't even talked about the Valley yet.
And you know what my issue with not my issue with surrogacy, because I love that there's modern medicine for people to have children in ways if you can't tote the baby yourself or whatever. But it makes in some ways I think it makes people greedy. You need to thank God for the children you have and quit trying to push it, because maybe you are not meant to have all these children. Maybe God says your family is complete, your family is perfect as it is, you have two beautiful daughters. Let it be.
In the
Stop
words of
it.
The Color Purple, God's trying to tell you something. And, that's why there's the age old debate of if abortion is not of God, how are fertility treatments of God? That's another discussion. Anyways, Angela and Shamia, can I say I don't know how I feel about Angela. I know that she has like this standum and like most people go up for her and her fan and everything. But
Number
I
one
feel
fan.
like Angela goes after low-hanging fruit like Shamia just to make a splash because she knows like going at somebody like Porsha or something like that is not going to pan out well for her. So she just to make a splash, she's keeping her and
But
Shamia.
see, I think that's smart. And you want to know why I think it's smart? Because Angela is funny. She feels like old school housewife. She does her little digs, her little pokes, but it feels more natural, and I think that's why I don't mind it as much. Because yeah, going after Porsha or like a Phaedra, she went a little bit after Phaedra. It's too much. It seems like you're trying too hard. Going after Shamea just feels like, oh, Shamea's kind of lame. You know what I mean?
Right. And the fact of the matter
No
is,
one's really gonna care.
I'm still on Shamia's side about the fact that I don't think Angela needed to run and tell Portia what Shamia's grievances were with her last year.
No, but I also feel like Angela's a little bored and she's like, let's stir some shit up. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And ultimately, that's why Shamia is not letting this go, in my opinion. And it's because her and Portia are still not back whole. And as long as that's the case, she's going to carry this beef with Shamia. I mean, with
Yeah.
Angela. But I will say their exchange, I was cackling and rubbing my feet together because they're both
It
very
was
quick
so
witted.
it was so funny. You know what I realized? I think the black community has an issue with big feet.
and tall women as it pertains to
Yeah,
tall women because they did the same
yeah.
thing to Mia on Potomac.
They're always talking about your big feet, you and your
But
big
tall
feet.
women have big feet. Do you want them to be 5'11" and wear a size 4.5?
It doesn't like it's short people have small feet, tall people have big feet. But I think the black community really has an issue. And like I'm part of the problem because my sisters have big feet and I have like regular size feet. And I'm always like, yeah, you and your size nines. And it's like we've got to stop. Black people, we've got to stop feet shaming. You can't help it if you have big feet.
Do you think that Shamea is actually in K Michelle's ear?
Yes.
Oh, wait, side note. Don't you think it was weird that Angela was like, "You're trying to be Candy? You think you're Candy?"
No, because I do think she's trying to be Candy.
But I thought it was weird for you to be a newer housewife to be bringing Candy even into this. Like, she's not even on this show.
Well,
And
that's what
what
happens when you hire fans.
that's what I'm
They
saying. It
they
was just
studied
like,
the show. You know what I mean?
you could
That's the
have even
problem.
said you
Like
want to be
I if I got
Porsha.
on Housewives, if I got on Housewives, I'd be digging up deep cuts. I would be saying one-liners all the time just because I've studied the show. I'm a super fan of the show, and that's the problem. It's always better when you hire women that are like, "Oh, I've never watched the shows." I'm like, "Yeah, because you don't have all this knowledge. You're
Yeah, I
coming
do.
in it like
And
a normal person."
that's why I love when they get housewives that are like on another planet.
Yeah,
like you're not on planet Earth. Because even
they're
though it's
like, oh,
like,
I might have seen a couple episodes, but no, like Joe Ellen, she's like, I never watched Housewives until I got cast. And then obviously I did my research, but she doesn't have the knowledge I have. So I would like, when somebody said that, I'd be like, who said that? Just because that's in my vocabulary, because I'm a super fan. You know what I
right,
mean?
and that's why
I
you
say
should
that on the
never
daily.
and that's why you shouldn't cast me on Housewives for that reason.
Exactly. I'm a super fan. I'd be in there fangirly. I'd be like, oh my God, it's
Yeah.
Porsha. Oh my God, it's Phaedra.
Yeah, like there was some franchise where a girl got on and you could tell that's how she was. It wasn't New York. I forget which
Was it
franchise.
Megan King Edmonds?
No, Megan, listen, Megan was a great housewife in her heyday. That's another
No,
discussion
she
for
was
another
amazing.
day.
But wait, okay,
But
if you could be dropped off in any housewife land, where would it be?
based on what? Overall experience?
Just based on your vibe. Who would you want to hang out with?
Well, 90% of the
You have
housewives
to do
are
a full season, maybe two.
90% of the housewives are white, so this is hard. Um, I'd probably say Potomac.
And it could be of any era. It doesn't have to be current day's cast. You could pick any
Oh,
cast.
okay. Oh, then I'm definitely going Atlanta like seasons 5 through 7.
That's good.
Those were
So
fun days.
I go back and forth between Atlanta, that era, like old school Atlanta, right when they were in their sweet spot. Because you know, Nene, I would my Sagittarius sister. Or I want to be Roni when it was the alcoholics. That era for Roni, they moved so quick. They got over things real quick. Those women were out every night drinking. Like, that is my vibe.
Oh no.
So I'm stuck between those two.
That's not my vibe in life currently. And those women were my age and older doing that. I don't know how. I can't hang like that anymore.
No, Shri, you know I can drink. I don't know if I would hang with them.
Yeah, like I don't know that I can hang. Also, honestly, I wouldn't mind hanging out with Beverly Hills just for like one season, just because of the money. And
There are
I would
other
just want to
seasons
go
I
on a
would get.
cash trip. They have some of the best cash trips in Beverly
No,
Hills.
because their production budget is high, baby.
Like when
It is
they went to
high.
Dubai, oh no, not even. I just want to go on a family vacation with Kyle and Mauricio when they were still married and they would take the yacht to
Mm-hmm.
like Mallorca. That's my vibe.
They live a great life. But yeah, I always think about that. I'm like, I would definitely go with the New York girlies, but like old school with like Dorinda, Sonia, Lou, when Lou was not really.
Well,
Like I want to be
she's
there.
still there. But
Or
anyways, that
like,
was
you email them.
Atlanta. We'll see you guys back for the next review. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.